Hi everyone, this is a short video outlining why we prepare a local plan and summarising its scope and some of the key requirements. In the UK, we operate what is called a plan-led system. This means that planning applications must be determined in accordance with the development plan, primarily the local plan and also neighbourhood plans. The local plan therefore shapes and influences any development or use of land that requires planning permission. Development and change will take place whether we prepare a local plan or not. Preparing a local plan helps us shape new development and the places in which we live. It means that we can properly plan new developments that is of high quality, is supported by timely provision of the necessary supporting infrastructure, and is built in a way that minimises carbon emissions and harmful impacts on the environment. A local plan also helps to protect what is special about our natural, built and historic environment, as well as community assets. The Council also has a statutory duty from central government to prepare and keep up to date a local plan. The local plan that we are preparing will, once it's adopted, replace our current plans. The core strategy adopted in 2014, the placemaking plan adopted in 2017, and the local plan partial update, which updated some of the policies in the core strategy and placemaking plan and was adopted in January 2023. The local plan will establish and plan for the future development needs of Bath and North East Somerset, including by allocating sites for development. It will also set out a range of policies for determining planning applications across the district. The local plan options document is about setting out and testing and consulting on site and policy approach options or alternatives. The document is structured as set out in this slide. Chapters 1 to 4 are district-wide and cover an introduction to the local plan, including why we prepare one and its purpose, the key issues and challenges for Bath and North East Somerset and the proposed spatial priorities for the local plan, the key development and other requirements that the local plan will need to address, and the principles that underpin a spatial strategy and choice of location options for meeting these development needs. Chapters 5 to 8 are then place-based, and we've divided the district into sub-areas to set this out. The sub-areas which are shown on the map on the next slide are Bath and its environs, Bath to Bristol corridor and the south-east edge of Bristol, the Summer Valley and the rural areas. Chapter 9 then sets out development management policy options that will relate to and be used in determining planning applications across the whole of Bath and North East Somerset. These policy options cover a wide range of issues, for example, housing of different types, protecting employment land, policies to help address the climate and ecological emergencies, such as those relating to sustainable construction, renewable energy, and nature recovery through biodiversity net gain. This map illustrates the sub-areas proposed in the local plan options document and are used to structure and outline place-based issues, priorities, and options. One of the key roles of the local plan is to establish the need for new homes across the district, as well as new employment and business space to help ensure we have a prosperous, fairer and more sustainable economy, alongside the necessary supporting infrastructure, such as transport infrastructure, energy provision, education and health facilities. Over the 20-year plan period, from 2022 to 2042, evidence suggests we need to plan for the provision of around 14,500 new homes, plus space to enable job growth of around 15,000 new jobs. The local plan is not just about meeting these overall requirements, it's about ensuring we provide the right homes in the right places. In particular, there's a need to provide housing that is more affordable. Currently, housing is unaffordable for many in Bath and North East Somerset. Evidence shows that this is also affecting our economy, with employers struggling to recruit and retain staff. Focusing on housing, the overall need for 14,500 new homes between 2022 and 2042 will be partly met on existing commitments, that is sites which already have planning permission or are allocated in the current adopted local plan for housing. You can see from the slide that around 6,240 homes will be delivered on these existing commitments, and as the map shows, these are mainly within Bath, primarily on brownfield sites. In addition, we're also able to make up an allowance for homes that will be built on small sites, accommodating up to 9 dwellings that are likely to gain planning permission during the local plan period without needing to be allocated. We estimate these sites will deliver around 2,080 new homes. This means that new sites need to be allocated in this local plan to deliver around 6,180 new homes. It should also be noted that a significant proportion of the population growth in Bath and North East Somerset is projected to be students. The accommodation needs of students are different to the general population and need to be planned for separately, such as in the form of purpose-built student accommodation. If additional purpose-built student accommodation is planned for and delivered, this would reduce the number of new homes that need to be planned for overall. Set out in the options document are a series of location options for strategic development that could potentially contribute to meeting the need for new homes. These location options are illustrated on the map. Those areas shown in red hatching are options for residential-led mixed-use development. 2 areas shown in lighter red hatching are also shown. One of these is land to the west of Bath and east of Newton St Low, which is included in the options document for consultation, but assessment shows development here would be very likely to cause substantial harm to the Bath World Heritage Site. The other is an area to the south of B&NES and west of Corston. In the options document, we're asking for views as to whether this area should be explored further as a potential opportunity for a new community or settlement. The areas shown in blue on the map are options for employment space or renewable energy provision. The location options for strategic development shown on the map are listed in this table. They're listed in order of their size or estimated housing capacity. The order of the list does not indicate a preference. In addition to these location options, a proportion of the 6,180 new homes needed on new site allocations will be delivered on smaller sites allocated in Bath and at other larger, more sustainable settlements. Therefore, not all of the location options listed here will need to be allocated for development in the local plan. To do the consultation on the options document, we are seeking your views on each of these location options. The location options are set out in greater detail in the sub-area and place chapters of the options document. As outlined on this slide, for each option, information is set out on opportunities and constraints, as well as mitigation required, such as to address environmental or other impacts, and also further evidence work needed. Each location is also accompanied by an indicative concept plan. These are intended to illustrate the mix of uses or facilities that could be brought forward, as well as green infrastructure and open space. The plans do not set out the precise location or layout of development parcels or the different uses. More detail on the location options is set out in videos relating to each sub-area or place that are also available on our website. You can access the options document and the supporting topic papers, evidence documents and appraisals on the Council's website by following the web address www.bathnes.gov.uk/local plan options. The options document is set out as a webbook following the same structure outlined earlier in this video. There is another short video on our website with information on how to comment on the local plan options document.